Friends, at the outset, we must congratulate Government of India for creating this skill council, especially the Green Jobs Council, after having set the ambitious and bold targets for the renewable energy at 175 gigawatts, out of which 100 gigawatts being for solar. Now, as friends, I am very happy, and we must also congratulate Dr. Anil Garg for devoting a full session to this skill development, which is going to be nationally a big priority. So, Garg Sahab, a lot of congratulations to you. Now, at the outset, I must also mention that I am very happy to be amongst the academicians and university people, and I am from the hardcore industry. I have hands-on experience of not only utility or megawatt scale projects, but also the first ever solar park in Asia at Gujarat. Also, I am one of the MNRE channel partners for the kilowatt rooftop, meaning thereby all these integrated kind of functions I am very much exposed to in the last 4 or 5 years, apart from the policy advocacy that Dr. Saxena mentioned right from 2006 onwards in this country. Now, it is beyond doubt that solar is on a growth trajectory throughout the world and in India, but I would like to highlight that, in USA, there is only one industry which had double-digit growth, not only in terms of dollars turnover, but also in terms of employment, and that is solar industry. So that is the kind of potential that it has. Now I will straight go to, because we have formed, National Solar Energy Federation of India. Therefore, I represent all the industries, so to say, big, medium and small, all are our members. And in our charter, I got these words included. Friends, I'll just read this small paragraph. The organization covers all activities: solar PV, solar thermal, both small and big, off-grid, rooftop, micro and mini grids, rural electrification, solar agricultural pumps. And then these words were particularly I inserted: encouragement to R&D and capacity building, besides spreading awareness. So friends, as industry, we are also equally concerned about this skill development, and we would be very happy to collaborate with Green Jobs Council, which Dr. Saxena heads. And I was talking to Dr. Tomor over the last 2 days that we can also go in for some kind of joint venture, that where industry and academia interaction that you have said, I will ensure that, because all our members are CEOs of Tata Power, Moser Bayer, First Solar, and name it, and Aditya Birla, everyone at that level are our trustee members. So I can assure you of that industry help. Having said that, let me see what is the kind of skill that we require straight away from the industry point of view. That we require skill for implementation of the projects. There are projects now being awarded much more. We may see the kind of double-digit growth here. We are already seeing that. Some of our friends from Sky Power are also here, and also similarly, number of projects are to be implemented, and we require this kind of skill tomorrow. I mean today. That is, developers need what? Developers need kind of planners and designers for the projects, and then the implementation takes place. Then we require skill in manufacturing, because manufacturing sector is also growing, and Government of India is going to give a lot of emphasis in the days to come, the way I interact. Then we also require skills in the EPC contracting, because many of our members are EPC people. They take up the contract on managing the engineering, procurement, etc. Then we also need skill in storage. If storage knowledge is there and the skill is there, it is going to be very useful to the solar industry. Secondly, we need to impart skills for discoms, because any of these, our rooftop, whatever we talk about, cannot go through without taking discoms into confidence. And friends, I would like to happy to share this experience in Gujarat, where I am a grid code committee member, where all the discoms are there. And after all the formal discussions, last 10 minutes, I always devote that you be prepared that today you are used to 4 or 5 generators and then you are distributing. Whereas now there will be hundreds of generators and you will have to distribute. So kindly be geared to that. Therefore, not only the industry, but also government will require the skill. That is, this discoms to be properly educated. And we have, of course, assured the government that we will create awareness throughout the country, pan-India awareness, jointly with the government. At the same time, some government decision makers also, we must, spread this knowledge and take some courses for them. Maybe at NIMS University, maybe at your Jobs Council or wherever. And also my office here is open. Any group that you want to here at Nehru Place, so we'll be very happy. Equally importantly, having imparted the skill will require the database. If that database is there, I will ask my industry that you please pick up from this database. And then it will be very important. All categories, from technician to top level managers is what we require. And I would also that we must impart this skill at the rural level. Dr. Saxena, I would surely make that suggestion that a village leader, village youth, he says that I will take care of your mini grid. You don't worry. Then Deepali Khanna and others will be very happy that there are so many mini grids which can easily be managed by the local people. And we from Delhi or Mumbai or Ahmedabad don't have to go there. So that skill, if we can have, that will greatly serve the nation. We will also equally need skills for entrepreneurial skill. When I'm talking of this village level, as also at urban level, so many young people graduating, and they would like to go in for this kind of entrepreneurship and not just service. So many young entrepreneurs, if we can create, that will greatly help. Then I will come to this industry academia interaction, which we straight away offer that as National Federation, we would like to participate with Dr. Saxena in the Green Jobs Council, with NIMS University also. And you see, we need trainees. We can then, looking at their performance, can always absorb them in the industry, etc. So if you can give us trainees, I require it today. In fact, I would like to say that today for my Delhi office, I require at least half a dozen people, from research assistant to the kind of person who can manage database, website, and everything related to solar. So for my similar Ahmedabad office also, I need some people. Mumbai office also, we need some people. And I'm happy to mention that Dr. Harinarayan from Germany, I have taken one student from there as my own executive assistant, and she is performing very well. She is MTech in solar. So that is the kind of interaction we already have, but we need to spread, because this is just individual between me and Dr. Harinarayan, but it has to institutionalized. So I already said about the joint venture. And I would also like to say that this fund is going to only public sector. That I would like to, join my voice with you, that if I want to train people, I do not get funds. And therefore, if we can maybe combined, if we can get some funds also, we'll be very happy. Because ultimately you all require funds to carry out this kind of activities. Now, before I close, just one observation on hydrogen. I have 2 young entrepreneurs ready. They have demonstrated, only it has to be marketed now, online generation of hydrogen in a car, 4-wheelers, also for 3-wheelers. They have got a kit ready, and I have myself used it. It increases the average by 30%. That is guaranteed. Only thing where they get stuck is getting that RI permission and getting, the necessary certification, etc., where university can surely help. I can easily give both the entrepreneurs to you, and I mean, these kinds of things are readily available.
Thank you very much,
So,
Mr. Mehta.
Thank